Breaking news from May 15th. Big Takeover. Secret plans to give Trump command of America's police. Project 2025 subgroup drafted plans to place domestic law enforcement under Trump's thumb. These guys got a hold of Project 2025 documents that haven't been released yet. These guys, the Phoenix New Times, have obtained a trove of documents laying out these plans. You should read this whole article yourself. You can find it just by Googling that exact title. The subgroup within Project 2025, it's working to consolidate power and bring local law enforcement under federal control. Programs that extend federal immigration enforcement powers to local law enforcement officers. For example, documents contemplate waiving 287G training requirements for sheriff's deputies. Let me highlight something in that paragraph. Waiving training requirements, 287G training requirements for sheriff deputies. Why is that so important? Because anybody can be a sheriff deputy. The sheriff can deputize anyone, regardless of their qualifications. That's why that's dangerous. They could deputize January 6th insurrectionists. They could deputize white supremacy militias. Internal Project 2025 documents clearly state that targeting these alleged immigrant terrorists has been a vital part of proposed communications strategy, militarized law enforcement nationwide under the command of Trump. Okay, this part is wildly disturbing based on its scope and the fact that this is part of their agenda that they will implement this year. Furthermore, the documents recommend mobilization of up to 1 million troops to aid in the proposed domestic security operations. Documents also show the group crafted presidential actions directing military support to civilian law enforcement and contemplated invoking the Insurrection Act, which will allow for active military participation in domestic law enforcement. Half of those involved in the border security work group were career high-level military and intelligence personnel. Laid out timelines and several lines of operation for accomplishing this domestic law enforcement restructuring by the end of this year. Propaganda, immigrants as terrorists. Again, exactly what I've been saying. They're replacing the terrorists from the Middle East threat with the immigrant terrorist threat. Counterintelligence and the insider threat. A significant portion of the documents discuss domestic counterintelligence. Describe some NGOs and specific government agencies as potential targets because they are perceived to oppose the priorities of the president. That's the enemy within, the homegrowns. That means you and me, political dissenters. Just like they have already gone after judges and journalists for interfering with their immigration plan. You're hearing the warning from me. You're hearing the warning from the longest-serving conservative sheriff in Colorado who compared these federal actions to the Runaway Slave Act of 1850. And you are hearing it now from Project 2025 internal documents. They fully intend to federalize local law enforcement and unleash it upon the American public. I cannot overstate the level of threat here. This is the greatest danger to the American people right now. And it will be open season on minorities, people of color, and anyone that dissents against this regime. So what can you do? 1, spread the word. Share all of these videos. 2, pressure your sheriff's department, your mayor, your police chief. You can see on this website right now who has signed up for 287G. This only works if people go along with it. So put the pressure locally.